You ready?
Yep.
All right, I think we'll get started today. Once again, thanks for coming to the Hardrock Coaches Luncheon. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Nate Brown, the new president of the Hardrock Club. This is my second day, so I use the analogy of kind of drinking from a fire hose right now. There's a lot of stuff coming my way, but it's all good. So I appreciate you coming. I'm excited to be here. A lot of people to get up here today. Three coaches. We'll start with head football coach Stacy Collins. He's got a big day tomorrow, and he's got some interesting stuff that they've never done before that he's going to talk about. I'll let him talk about signing day tomorrow. Please welcome Coach Collins.
Thanks, Nate. Thanks for everybody for coming out here today. Certainly an exciting time for our football program as you conclude the season. And now we really finish that second cycle of our year, and that's signing day tomorrow. And we're very, very excited about the class we've put together. Our coach has been on the road, and this process really starts a year ago as you identify the 2014 prospects that you're going to bring in here to Rapid City. But it's going to be a phenomenal class. And thanks to Brad Bloom and our sports information department, we're going to have a pretty unique event where we will be live streaming all our coaches' meetings. All the activities are going to happen from 8:30 in the morning, correct, Brad? Mm-hmm. Tomorrow up until a press conference that we'll have here at 2 o'clock that announces the class. So as these letter of intents come across, we'll do a quick interview. We'll talk about the young man that's going to be playing here, show some video, and it should be a really neat event that's live streamed right on GoRockers.com. But signing day is a great culmination for these high school seniors and transfers that we have, and also appreciation to everybody here on campus. That's our admission staff is phenomenal, the professors, and just really the time that's put in from everybody has been great. We're really excited about that. Any questions that I can answer for you? Always open for a surprise or two, right? Yeah. Hopefully they're good surprises. But it's always an exciting last 24 hours when they come across. That's the nature of the beast. I think we're pretty good with everything. You never know on the last minute, and it'll be exciting. Well, if we get somebody half the player you are, I think we'll be all right. Looking for a better haircut, but yeah, that would be okay. But no, I'm pretty limited. I can't say anything until that we officially get the letter across. But it'll be a great day tomorrow. We've got a phenomenal class. Our coaches do just a tremendous job. And this university, as it continues to grow and expand, and really get the national attention, we're able to recruit top-level student athletes that can compete and help us continue our tradition.
What would you like to do the online
I think it's important that people get a chance to see what we're doing here. The more that we're visible, and I think it also gives the players, the student athletes, and their parents a chance to see the behind-the-scenes look at the work and really how things are going. I think Brad's done a nice job of being cutting edge on that. It's the Division I model, and I'm very happy to see how it's going to turn out. All right, thank you.
Next up, this guy does a great job, and he's done a great job. Now, you've got about 3 hours before you head out on the bus, so that's a lot of time to talk. Keep it tight. Coach Larsen, the women's basketball.
Thanks, Nate. Appreciate it. Thanks, everybody, for bringing the weather and showing up today. Nasty out there. Nate, you said drinking from a fire hose, but you haven't sat down with me yet. You know, once you sit down with me, like you're under a waterfall. And all the things I want you to start doing for us. Good to have you on board officially. Excited to have you here. You're doing great things. Very excited. Everything I know you're going to do for us. Coach Collins, sorry I'm not going to miss that. Just going to miss that signing day tomorrow. I love that football recruiting, man. That stuff is, I don't know how you guys do it. I get stressed out recruiting 3, 4, 5 kids. You guys bring in 30. That's pretty remarkable. I'm looking forward to watching that live stream with Brad. But, good luck tomorrow. I know you guys are going to keeping a close eye on all the guys you're bringing in. There's good-looking young men out there. Excited to see what you bring in. But I don't have a whole lot to say today. We haven't played since last Monday.
We had a good week of practice last week, and like Nate said, we're getting on the bus here real quickly to head out to Billings. Play NSUB tomorrow. They're a really good team. They got they're upperclassmen laden. They got 2 seniors, just extremely talented. Probably one of the better guards that we're going to face all year. It's wow. Coach Paul and I are still trying to figure out how we're going to corral this young lady in. She can just score in a variety of different ways. She's got deep range from the arc. They put her in all kinds of positions to come off, NBA type ball screens and really different stuff for us to guard. A lot of stuff that we haven't seen this year. So it's going to be a big challenge how we're going to guard this young lady. She's averaging about 18 points a game. Makes her whole entire team better because she just doesn't score. She's a tremendous passer. She averages about 6 assists a game. So when you're averaging 18 points and 6 assists, that's a lot of offensive output right there. So we're going to have our hands full. And they got a really nice post player as well, big 6'4" kid who scores in a variety of ways as well. But it'll be a good game. I really do. It's a good challenge for this group to play really good teams. Again, this MSUB, this will be the 6th team this year that is either ranked in the top 25 or getting votes in the nation, Division 2. So it's a good challenge for us again to see where we're at and how far we progress throughout the year. And every time we play one of these teams in the top 25, we come out. Obviously, we haven't won those games, but yet we know that we're getting better, and the kids are a lot more relaxed and just realize it's another opponent. It's all about us and how we play. So it's going to be a good challenge for us. Excited to go play a good Montana State Billings team. And then, we're going to get back Thursday morning. We're slated for about a 4 a.m. arrival from MSUB. We have Thursday after practice, and then we hop on the plane and head to Texas. We play 2 games in Texas. Play Texas University on Saturday afternoon, and then Texas A&M Commerce on Monday. So it's going to be a quick turnaround. Girls are going to have their legs underneath them, that's for sure. But play 2 quality opponents down there, and looking forward to again playing good competition again. It's a tough time of year. We talked a little bit about this last week. But the one thing I'll say about this group, it's funny. Coaches. I'm sure you football coaches the same way. The coaching fraternity, you talk to your buddies on the phone, and it's just like a big old gossip group. You're talking about recruiting and your opponents, and complaining about the officiating a little bit. But all my friends, lately, this past week, they're all asking me, boy, it's got to be a bit of a challenge right now for you and your squad. No postseason or anything like that. It's really not. And all credit to the kids there, just because they have so much pride in what they're doing right now. What we're trying to accomplish is, I'm not worried about that one bit. We're building something special. And these kids, they don't care about, they care about postseason. I'll change that a little bit. They want to play in the postseason, absolutely, but that's not the carrot for them. Their carrot is playing for each other, playing for minds. It's on their jersey. And what this program is going to be. So I'm not worried about that one bit. We've got 6 games left, and we're going to continue to get better, and we're going to want to compete every game with our best foot forward. That's the good thing about this group that I really enjoy. I don't worry about one bit how we're going to finish the year. I know we're going to finish strong. Again, tough one tomorrow night, but these last 5 games after Montana State Billings, I got a really good feeling that that last game at Denver ends, we're gonna finish the year on a really, really high note. And again, all credit to the kids, just the type of character that they have, how much pride they have in their individual abilities and what we're building as a team. So we're not worried about how we're going to finish. I got a really good idea that we're going to finish the year really strong. Any questions for me? I wish I had more for you this year or today, but again, just haven't played. I can tell you everything that we've done in practice, but I don't think you care too much about that. Yes?
You're going from Montana to Texas. What do you expect out of the game?
Well, I didn't put a whole lot of thought into that, Tyler. I don't know. I know the kids are looking at the weather a little bit down there right now. They're pretty excited to see the sunshine again. It's been cold around here lately. But after Texas, we got a trip to San Diego. I'm excited about that. I'm not gonna lie, that'll be fun. I really like San Diego. That'll be a good, nice little trip for us. Elevation, I don't know. I'll get back to you about that. Is that fair? All right, thanks, Dan. Anything else for you, Coach?
Hearing you talk about your team where they are right now reminds me a lot of the world champion, Super Bowl champ Seattle Seahawks. But I was watching you guys practice and just looking at practice the other day. I don't think that first part had anything to do with anything, but watching you guys practice, just the practice intensity that you guys, are you starting to feel like at this time of the year the team kind of gets you? I was talking to one of the girls after practice, and she said, well, Coach he was quiet Matt today, so we knew we were in for a long one. I mean, you guys got a feel for each other now?
Yeah, that's a great question. I'll get back to you later about the dig on the Seahawks because you know I'm a Broncos fan. Yeah, it's interesting you bring that up. There's an old saying where teams they start to take on the personality of the coach a little bit, and I will say that's starting to happen a little bit. We are getting a lot more comfortable with each other, and I haven't hid the fact that I'm trying to bring this program into a Division II mold, with a Division II mentality, with the work ethic that things that I've been around before. Being at Division II, Division I, we're gonna ask a lot of these kids, and they are starting to accept that. And at first they really enjoyed it, and then about halfway through the year I thought, man, it's a lot of work. But now they fully realize this is what it takes. This is Division II basketball, and we're really enjoying it. And yeah, to answer your question, they are starting to figure out the intensity level that it takes every day in practice. Practice, it's about getting better. You guys know that. Everybody in this room knows that. And you can't have an off day. If you have an off day in practice, you didn't do your job of getting better. And they're starting to understand that and pick that up. That, the intensity level has to be every day in practice because you play how you practice. And if you've seen our team compete lately, yeah, the way we're getting better, absolutely, they're starting to understand that. Yes, we bring it every day in practice. The quiet, yeah. We didn't have a clinker of a practice the other day, but it wasn't our best practice of the week, and I didn't say a whole lot, and they knew. And what I was trying to relate to them was, you guys got to start coaching yourself a little bit. Right? You have to understand that I can't raise my voice and correct you on every mistake and every play. And they are starting to police themselves a little bit as far as we got to pick this up, talking to each other, amongst each other, and correcting each other's mistakes, and put themselves forward a little bit more, looking in the mirror and say, I got to do this better. Yeah, so the mentality of this group has really come a long ways. And we don't talk a whole lot about our record, but that's the biggest thing that we're looking to change this year. They're doing a fantastic job at that. Good question. I'll get you later about the Seahawks. So, anything else for me? Up the top? That was a hard Super Bowl for me. And I'll admit, Coach Henry had a very nice Super Bowl party for us. It was incredible food. Coach Glenn made some wings that I overdid it on. And that was for the next day on some of those wings. I had so many of them. But just to tell you how big a poor sport I am, I left at halftime. And I went home and kind of sulked on my own couch and drank a bunch of water, and it was really disappointing. But that's how big a loser I am. My Broncos. And that's probably why I'm kind of a closet fan that way. I'm not loud and proud like Coach Tinker is over there. But you have the right to be now. They are the world champs. So congratulations to Seahawks and Coach Tinker. Dave Brown, my daughter. All right. Thanks, everybody. No, Tom, no. I'm just going to keep you around. Thanks, everybody, for showing up again. I
was at that same Super Bowl party, not just like the rest of Coach Larsen. He was the first one out the door. Before we get out the door, Coach Jerry Schafer, they were just down at Schafer State, and a nice guy to go track and field teams, and now getting ready to go to Gillette. Welcome, Coach Schafer.
It's good to be back. This is 2 weeks in a row, huh? We did compete at Schafer last weekend, last Friday. It was triangular. Black Hill State, Schafer State, and us. I was really pleased with the turnaround from our first meet. I think I mentioned last week that some of our kids weren't ready for that first meet mentally. And, we saw a real turnaround from them. Their intensity picked up tremendously. We had 15 PRs on Friday night. We had 30 top 5 finishes, which triangular would have scored points if we had needed to score. So we were really pleased with how they got in and competed. A couple of first places, Kevin Thompson got back on top of the 60 meters, winning that. And Lillian Temple won the high jump. Lillian just missed national provisional qualifying in the high jump, so we were pretty excited about that. Several second places, freshman Katie Kroll in the high hurdles. She also garnered a third place in the 400 intermediate hurdles, which is the first time we've ever competed at indoors. That was a fun event. Sam Hill in the pole vault, and Sam equaled his personal best at 14.9.5, I believe. Lillian got second in the triple jump as well. And Brian Freed pulled a couple of seconds also in the weight throw and the shot put. And men's 4x4 pulled the second place. So the top 2 finishes, quite a few people competing very, very well and getting those top 2 finishes for us. This week we go over to Gillette, Wyoming. Black Hill State and Chatham State are hosting a meet over at the Rec Center in Gillette. It's a really nice indoor 200-meter track. We competed there 2 years ago, and they didn't hold the meet last year, but they got it together again this year. And we will see a couple of different teams. Montana State Billings is coming over, and Colorado School of Mines is coming up from Golden, as well as the usual suspects: Dickinson State, us, Black Hill State, Chatham, Gillette College, and Black Mountain College, which only have distance programs. So it should be another 8 or 9 team meet, a little bit like the first meet we had. So we're kind of looking forward to seeing how much progress our team has made against a little more quality competition in a bigger meet. So, any questions? I did bring my little buddy with me today, my bodyguard, Brian Freed, and so I was going to introduce him and let you ask him a few questions. Brian, at the BH meet, qualified for nationals in the weight throw, and last week he was sitting 16th. This week he dropped 2 places, and so next week he'll bump back up because he is going to get a better mark in the weight throw. Right?
I'm Frank. I'm a 5th year senior here at Coaches Luncheon Tuesday. This is my 5th year in track. I played 4 years of football. So far it's been a pretty good season. Got some good marks. Hopefully keep getting better in the next few weeks. Qualify for nationals. Not very sure, but it's going to have to be somewhere 61 range. Don't really know if we get thrown into a net, so everything was 10 feet. So I've had a few warm-up throws that have been close to that range, so it should be pretty attainable.
What are you weighing in at right now?
About 265. A little bit skinnier than my football.
You want to sign with us again tomorrow? Oh, you Billy Johnson, something like that.
Quite recognize.
I've seen you lift weights in the weight room down there. There's not a whole lot of space for you. Maybe you can talk to Nate about afterwards about expanding that weight room for us. Get you more weights down there.
That'd be good. Good place to be. State of Virginia.
What are you gonna do when you finish up here?
That's, next year I'm coming back for grad school. So I'll be here for 4 years and after this year. After that,
You just call KLJ.
You can go back.
Yeah.
You'll be able to adjust this mic for guys. Well, once again, a reminder, check out what Coach Collins has and all of Coach Tinker tomorrow at GoRockers.com. You can watch the inside access to National Signing Day tomorrow, so that should be exciting. And again, 2 o'clock here, press conference tomorrow afternoon, so we look forward to that. And follow Coach Larsen on the road. Then you're going to be down in Texas Monday. Can you get back here next Tuesday? Probably not. I'm putting you on the spot.
Okay. I think we fly in the morning, so yes, I will be here.
Okay, we'll see what you feel.
I'll tell you about Gulliver's Travels.
Yeah, we'll see what you feel like after
Okay.
the road trip. And it'll be next week, back here on Tuesday. We'll hear from Coach Collins, I'm sure. It'll be a big week to hear what the Hardrock football program is looking like and how we do there. So thanks again for coming. Thanks so much. We'll see you next Tuesday. I got to get back to work. Thanks.